You are standing in your garden in May watching your neighbor's tomatoes already setting fruit, while your seedlings are barely 6 inches tall. You started your seeds at the same time. You used the same seed packets, but somehow their plants are twice the size of yours and already producing, and you are wondering what you did wrong. The answer is not the seeds. The answer is not the soil. The answer is that you do not understand the 3 laws of germination that separate 95% success from 50% failure. And once you understand these laws, you will never have a failed seed tray again. Here is what changes everything. Germination is not random. It is not luck. It is a biological process that follows strict rules. And when you follow these rules, seeds germinate predictably and vigorously every single time. The system I am about to show you is based on decades of commercial greenhouse operations where failure means bankruptcy. These growers achieve 95% germination rates by understanding that seeds fall into 3 distinct categories, each requiring completely different treatment. Most gardeners fail because they treat all seeds the same. They fill a tray with potting mix, push seeds in, water them, and hope. And this works for maybe half the seeds. But the other half either never germinate or produce weak, leggy seedlings that die when transplanted. Seeds have evolved over millions of years to germinate under specific conditions. Some need heat, some need cold, some need light, some need darkness. And when you give a seed the wrong conditions, it simply will not germinate no matter how long you wait. The 3 groups are warm season seeds, cool season seeds, and hard-coated seeds. Warm season seeds include tomatoes, peppers, eggplant, cucumbers, squash, and melons. These require soil temperatures between 70 and 80 degrees Fahrenheit to germinate. If you plant them in cool soil, they rot. Cool season seeds include lettuce, spinach, kale, brassicas, and alliums. These germinate best at 60 to 70 degrees Fahrenheit. If you give them too much heat, they fail to germinate or produce weak seedlings. Hard-coated seeds include parsley, carrots, parsnips, and some flowers. These have thick seed coats that prevent water from entering. If you do not scarify them or soak them before planting, they can take weeks to germinate or never germinate at all. Here is where most gardeners fail. They start all their seeds on a windowsill at room temperature around 68 to 72 degrees Fahrenheit. This is acceptable for cool season seeds, but too cold for warm season seeds, which need 75 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit. So the tomatoes and peppers sit there for 2 weeks not germinating. Then the gardener overwaters them and the seeds rot. Meanwhile, the lettuce and brassicas germinate quickly because the temperature is right. But the windowsill does not provide enough light. So the seedlings stretch toward the glass, become leggy and weak, and fall over. Then the gardener tries to transplant these weak seedlings and half of them die from transplant shock. This is predictable failure from not understanding the 3 laws. Here are the 3 laws of germination that guarantee 95% success every time. Law 1 is temperature control. Every seed has an optimal germination temperature range. You must provide this temperature consistently until the seeds germinate. For warm season seeds, this means bottom heat from a heat mat. For cool season seeds, this means room temperature or slightly cooler. Law 2 is moisture without waterlogging. Seeds need consistent moisture to germinate, but they also need oxygen. If you saturate the soil, you drown the seeds. The solution is to water thoroughly before planting, then cover the tray with a humidity dome or plastic wrap to maintain moisture. You do not water again until you see seedlings emerge. Law 3 is light after germination, not before. Most seeds germinate in darkness, but once they emerge, they need intense light immediately. This means grow lights placed 2 to 4 inches above the seedlings for 14 to 16 hours per day. A windowsill is not enough light. You need supplemental lighting or you will get leggy seedlings that fail when transplanted. When you achieve 95% germination rates, you are not just getting more seedlings. You are getting stronger, healthier plants that establish faster, produce earlier, and yield more. A seedling that germinates quickly in optimal conditions develops a strong root system from day one. It does not sit in cold, wet soil fighting to stay alive. It explodes with growth because all its energy goes into building roots and leaves instead of survival. And when you transplant a strong seedling into the garden, it establishes in days instead of weeks and produces more total harvest over the season. Now let me give you the exact system for each seed category. For warm season seeds, you need 4 things. A seed starting heat mat that maintains soil temperature at 75 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Seed starting mix, not garden soil or potting soil, but actual seed starting mix which is sterile and fine textured. A humidity dome or plastic wrap to maintain moisture. And grow lights on a timer set for 14 to 16 hours per day. Here is the process. Fill your trays with moistened seed starting mix. Plant seeds at the depth specified on the packet, usually 2 to 3 times the width of the seed. Cover the tray with the humidity dome. Place the tray on the heat mat. Do not water again until seedlings emerge. Position lights 2 to 4 inches above the seedlings. Keep the heat mat running until all seedlings have emerged. Then remove it. Water from below by placing trays in a shallow pan of water when the surface feels dry. For cool season seeds, the process is simpler because you do not need bottom heat. Fill trays with seed starting mix. Plant seeds at proper depth. Cover with humidity dome. Place in a room temperature location, ideally 60 to 65 degrees Fahrenheit. When seedlings emerge, remove the dome and provide intense light. Cool season seedlings actually prefer cooler temperatures after germination, so a cool room or cold frame works perfectly. For hard-coated seeds, you must prepare them before planting. This softens the seed coat and allows water to penetrate. For large hard seeds like beans or peas, scarify them by rubbing with sandpaper or nicking with a knife. After soaking or scarifying, plant immediately using the appropriate temperature protocol for that seed type. The return on investment from this system is enormous. A packet of tomato seeds costs $3 and contains 50 seeds. If you get 50% germination, you get 25 plants. If you get 95% germination, you get 47 plants. That is 22 additional plants from a $3 packet. And if each plant produces 10 pounds of tomatoes over the season, that is 220 additional pounds of tomatoes. At $4 per pound for organic tomatoes, that is $880 in additional harvest from a $3 seed packet just by improving your germination rate. Seed starting is not a gamble. It is not hoping that some seeds germinate and some do not. It is a precise biological process that you control completely. When you understand the 3 laws of germination and apply them consistently, you eliminate randomness. You eliminate failure. And you produce strong, healthy seedlings that establish quickly and produce abundantly. This is the difference between gardeners who succeed and gardeners who struggle. The successful gardeners understand that seeds are not lottery tickets. They are biological organisms with specific requirements. Meet those requirements and they germinate predictably every single time. Picture this. It is late March. You have 4 trays of seedlings under grow lights in your basement. Tomatoes, peppers, brassicas, and lettuce. Every cell in every tray has a strong, healthy seedling. Not a single empty cell. Not a single weak, leggy plant. Just 95 perfectly uniform seedlings ready to transplant. In 6 weeks, these will be in your garden producing food months before your neighbors who are still buying transplants at the garden center. And you did this for the cost of seeds and electricity. No expensive transplants. No gamble on whether plants will survive. Just predictable, reliable success from understanding how seeds actually work. Germination is not magic. It is biology. And when you work with biology instead of against it, seeds germinate every single time. This is the system. 3 groups of seeds. 3 sets of requirements. 95% germination guaranteed. Once you understand this, you will never look at a seed packet the same way again.